Colorado is the only state in the country that does not regulate funeral home workers. Given what happened there in Penrose and in another famous scandal in our state, our Aaron Adelson looks at how we got to this point.
How many more?
That is the question Danielle McCarthy keeps asking.
This has been allowed to run rampant for so long.
How many more families go to cremate or bury their loved one only for the funeral home to do something else? That's what happened to her.
We can do better. We have to do better.
Instead of performing cremations, the FBI says the Sunset Mesa Funeral Home in Montrose stole and sold about 800 bodies, including Danielle's late husband. Last fall at the Return to Nature Funeral Home in Penrose, law enforcement recovered nearly 200 bodies, which families thought were cremated or buried.
Sunset Mesa and Return to Nature are not anomalies. This is happening in the state because there is no regulation.
Right now, Colorado does not regulate the people who work in the funeral home industry. Nothing would stop the Penrose or Sunset Mesa owners from opening another funeral home.
But the recent events down in Penrose brought that to a head.
Joe Walsh leads the Colorado Funeral Directors Association.
We're in favor of licensure. We have nothing to hide. We don't think it's a bad thing.
His organization asked the Colorado Department of Regulatory Agencies, or DORA, to consider if the industry needed regulation. DORA just finished its review, and at the end of a 51-page report concluded state lawmakers should regulate the industry.
It just told me that there's a lot of bad actors here in Colorado, and hopefully with licensure we're able to weed out a number of those bad actors.
Republican Representative Matt Soper plans to propose legislation with DORA's support that would require people working in the funeral industry to get a license. Soper and Walsh wonder what that means for people already in the field.
That's our biggest concern.
I mean, there's lots and lots and lots of really good funeral home practitioners working here in Colorado. We want to keep them in the industry. We definitely do not want them retiring or quitting or moving on. So we want to make it super easy for them to continue.
That's disappointing to hear. And I don't want to see anybody grandfathered in. I think they need to prove as a professional, you know what you're doing.
The details will get worked out at the state capitol, but these three agree it's time for Colorado to regulate funeral homes.
I'm hopeful, and those are two distinct words, not hopeful is one, but I am full of hope that something is done.
For Next, I'm Aaron Adelson.
As for the regulators themselves, DORA declined to answer our questions. They pointed to that ongoing criminal case out of Penrose.